I'm not a Ranger fan, but I told everybody when they brought in Peter Laviolette, if they bring him in, they are going to be statistically better. And they're doing it right now. They've been unbelievable. And they're going to be a contender this year all season long. So why don't we get into it? The New York Rangers, they have been unbelievable in the first 10 games of the season. Were you surprised analytically that they've been this good?
Yeah, this good for sure. And, this isn't 82 games yet, but it's been so impressive. Like you talked about the team defensively and Peter Laviolette and the job that he's done. They've been arguably the best defensive team in the league, right in that conversation. Like, two things: goals against, expected goals against. And if you're not into all the numbers and whatever, it's basically just what your team is allowing in terms of the type of shots and all that. So they've got the luxury of having phenomenal goaltending, but also an incredible team defensively, so far, at least in front of them. They're top three in both of those things. So you pair those together, win a lot of games. And we know what Shesterkin can do. Jonathan Quick, that's been a surprise.
Unbelievable.
He was statistically one of the worst goalies in the NHL last year, playing for an LA Kings team that was very good defensively. So he's been great in the few games he's had. Good for him. They look to be a real threat to win that division.
Yeah, so the two issues I had with the Rangers last year, and especially at the end of the season, also in the playoffs, so obviously the center depth, the face-offs, which they've been better at this year, and also the forecheck in the middle of the ice, entering the zone. Sometimes they got lazy. Any metrics, analytics that have proven they got better at those two areas this year?
Entering the zone, forecheck, things like that. It's funny about their offenses. It's they're kind of middle of the pack in goals, but they're a little bit less than that in terms of the process. Not alarmingly so, but if there is going to be regression, if you believe in that kind of thing over time, it may drop a little bit. They haven't been, to me, like so impressive offensively. We know what the power play is capable of. Panarin, comes into the day. I think only Jack Hughes had more points. He's been unbelievable. And I know Ranger fans listening right now are probably like, yeah, we'll play out. Like, he'll have to do it in the playoffs to fully win Ranger fans over, I'm sure. But all he can take care of is right now. So they haven't been exceptional, I think, really in any area offensively, other than their ability to keep the puck in the offensive zone and play in the offensive zone. Now, from there, you got to create good chances, score goals, do all those kind of things. But their ability to play a lot of the game in the O-zone also helps out defensively as well.
The Boston Bruins, a lot of people had questions with this team going into the season. They lost a lot of pieces. Patrice Bergeron retires, and this first line has been unbelievable again this year. They're getting good goaltending. Their defense is among the best in the league as well. Their differential is plus 15. Are you surprised they're this good after all the pieces they lost in the offseason?
I'm surprised they're this good, sure, because it's been darn near perfect. But I wasn't one of those people that came into the season doubting them, really, though, because, I wasn't last year either. But even if you were last year, how could you make that mistake again? Like, I know it's Bergeron, I know it's Krejci, but this is a team, an organization that has played the right way for so long, has such good leaders that have instilled this on teammate after teammate after teammate. One of the best blue lines in the league, and arguably the best goalie tandem in the league, probably is. I know Islander fans might get a little pissed about that, but I think...
Of course we are. I'm an Islander fan, and I mean, their goaltending have been pretty good, too.
Pretty good, too.
That's all that's been good.
You complained about Varlamov all of last year.
That's the only thing that's been good for the Islanders. We'll get into the Islanders in just a few moments, but go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to, but we can. That's the thing with the Bruins is their defense, their goaltending, and the way that they play is so good. It's going to help protect to some degree against major losses like that. So I think I picked them to finish second in the division preseason anyways. But they've been awesome. Like Zacha has really kind of excelled in that center role, which I didn't think he'd be bad, but he's been really good. And the big story, I think, is Matthew Poitras, this third line center that's kind of come out of nowhere, earned a spot in camp and has been really good in wherever kind of he's playing. And he's sticking with the big team now, at least for the time being. So a lot of things have gone right, but man, there were still a lot of good pieces there.